welcome to your mini biweekly general love tarot reading for January 16th through the 31st, 2017. You know, right in the beginning here, I'm getting something about compromise, a wishful thinking maybe about peace, harmony. I'm also feeling like there were three people involved in a relationship, and I'm getting Jupiter in here. Okay, I'm getting Jupiter in here, which is taking me maybe to foreign land or somebody who is not your race, culture, or religion. I'm also getting like a fire sign: Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. But I feel like Sag is in there really strong, so that could be the moon, the rising. Um, and when I come over here, I see this relationship coming back together, and finally the compromising I'm feeling here in the beginning is going to be a big part of this relationship coming back together. And some of you who are in this struggle right now, because that's what I'm feeling here when I look at the Three of Swords, the message it's giving back to me is right now you're struggling with this. And I can totally understand this. Now, this person could, you could have been in love with someone who was married or in another commitment of some kind relationship. And, you're struggling because you really thought this was going to turn out to be blah, blah, blah. And actually, I think that you put a little bit too much expectation in it. But what's going to happen is it is going to balance. I don't feel like this relationship is over whatsoever. I also feel for some of you Libras who are interested in getting into a relationship, I'm feeling like maybe Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. I'm just feeling that energy. It could be sun, moon, or rising, but I'm feeling a lot of Saturn energy here, and I feel like that is going to be an opportunity for you to meet somebody that has that kind of energy about them. Now, I'm getting January 22nd is coming in here, which is a high energy day that I'm picking up here, where things could unfold, or there may be a deja vu or a epiphany where, oh, I got it, kind of thing. But I do feel like the 26th is also an important date for you in January. Now, as I'm moving forward into this reading, I'm getting, well, I guess I'm getting here, first of all, with the Chariot, this is telling me good news about someone that you're going to meet. Now, for some of you, you may be making wedding plans, but I'm also feeling like some of you may be involved with someone who's committed or married, or it could be you. And the chemistry is there with this loved one. I'm really feeling like it has something to do with a fire sign again. I keep getting like Sag, Leo, or Aries in here. And also too, I'm feeling that things are going to move forward. Like I'm feeling unexpected change, unexpected news, but good news moving forward in relationships for a lot of you Libras, and also the ones who are in relationships or were in past relationships. I just feel like there's a lot of movement here. Just moving on to, wow, we get the Ace of Cups. Now we're getting water pulled in here. And this is telling me, too, that there's still, and this might have to do with this religious factor card, which tells me it's either race, culture, or religion that's different than you. It also could mean that there are families in your life, and you're trying to get approval or even a balance here from the family to approve of this love between you and this other person. It also is telling me that I feel like there needs to be some healing. I'm being drawn to this Three of Swords. I'm just listening to the messages here. Um, I think there was just too much water in the relationship, and not necessarily Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces, but I'm feeling like a lot of water. Like I'm getting like there was too many emotions that were not balanced, and that caused the relationship to be a bit rocky also. But then again, I'm coming here with a fire sign again, and I'm feeling like this. I keep getting pulled towards Sagittarius. Like some of you might be drawn to a Sag, female or male, and I do feel like you need to keep an open mind about this relationship. Like I feel like there needs to be more communication happening here, and trust. Like I feel like there has been a loss of trust. Now this Sag that keeps bouncing in here, the message that I'm getting about the Sag is I think that they were just talking a lot of always wanting to be right, and there was a lot of anxiety there going on. But at the same time, I feel like the Sagittarius is really, really adventurous. And it also can be the Sag energy of Jupiter coming in, where it wants you to keep an open mind so that the relationship can expand. But it also, I'm getting there needs to be healing on trust issues here. And here we go here with financial issues here. Okay, so let me just take a look at this before I start blah blahing. Yeah, I'm feeling like maybe there was an end of a relationship. Maybe somebody's not working, or somebody is just allowing you to pay for everything, or maybe the position is vice versa, and it put a lot of pressure on the relationship. So I'm also feeling a lot of earth and air coming in on this reading. So I'm still picking up that Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. It could again be sun, moon, or rising of someone that you are attracted to. I do feel, however, this relationship is kind of stagnant right now. There is an opportunity to make this happen. I just think you need to clear the slate. You need to clear the board. Just clear the energy here, because I'm just feeling that there's too much friction in regards to materialistic and money. And there needs to be a balance going here. I'm just feeling like my head's spinning here. And it's kind of come in between this relationship here. So, and I also get somebody spending a lot of money. Like, I think that maybe there are some emotional issues that aren't healed. And so when you go shopping, not you necessarily, but your mate or whatever the situation I'm talking about here, there seems to be almost kind of like an up and down yo-yo type of emotional energy here, where you go shopping, you overspend money because it makes you feel good. And I feel like you really, really want things here, but maybe you just can't do it because maybe you're in a separation, or maybe you're getting ready to, divorce came in here. Somebody might actually be going through a divorce, and there's a struggle over here in regards to money or settling about money. So I think that the final here is to release and heal the past. Okay? Because that's going to enable you to feel more love, more jubilation came to me, more harmony in your near future, if you can just release all this. Because I feel like some of you have just been like thinking about this and going over and over and over about it, or trying to communicate with this other person. And it's the reason there's so much stagnant energy is because you've overdone your power. You've overdone this cycle here, and you need to kind of back off of it now. Just kind of give it all to the universe and let the universe help you with it. Lose control in it. Okay, lose control, because I'm feeling like you're holding on too tight, and there's still like too much control here. Okay, so let me see what the angels have to say here. Remember, this is mini readings. It's not going to resonate with all. Messages for Libra. Okay, I want 2 cards out of this pile. That's what I'm feeling. I want 2 more cards out of this pile. I want just 1 out of this. And another one here. And out of this pile, I want 2 cards, Spirit. Okay. And let's start turning them over. Divine timing. I felt that strong in the reading anyways. Healing, celebration, surrender and release, miracles, truth and integrity, music again. Now I shuffled them and I went through spreading them out and picking the cards. Lots of music and truth and listening in some of these readings I've been doing for the last part of January. And I feel here for you, Libra, we talked about the surrender to the universe, just releasing it. Stop trying to control it so it can have movement and the stagnant energy can remove and clear out. I do feel like everything does happen in a divine timing. But where is that divine timing? Is that divine timing out there and you're trying to chase it to make it happen? Or are you bringing the divine timing within you? Are you awakening the divine timing within you? There's a difference. Awakening the divine timing in you, it brings it closer to fruition, to happening. Either way, whether you're healing, getting over someone, or it's coming together. I do feel, though, if you work this energy, clearing the energy, you definitely have something to celebrate. And I do feel like if you can just release and let go, there's going to be some miracles from it. But here's the promise you need to make to yourself. Okay? Let me erase promise. Here's the devotion you need to make with yourself. Promises to me are made to be broken. Devotion, however, isn't. And I feel like if you give the opportunity, you are an air sign. You're Venus. If you give the opportunity for someone to just communicate and you just listen, but listen with a happy heart and a smile on your face, because people can pick up energy. And if you're moping on the other side of the phone or you're angry, that other person is going to pick it up. Okay? Same thing in person. Text, it's hard to read. Usually we're reading our own emotions. I don't trust text messaging at times. And I feel like if you do this, then this will give opportunity for the Venus energy of you coming through and making things happen again. Okay, that's what I'm getting. Just make things happen again. Or relationships that you're in right now that are stagnant. I just feel like this is what you need to do. Okay, I mean, I'm not perfect, but this is the advice I'm getting from the universe and what's flowing through my divine heart. Okay, let me go ahead and shuffle and see what the general reading has to say for Libra spirit. What are the messages for Libra? Seven of Water. This is a decision you need to make here. Page of Fire, Nine of Earth, Renewal. Love that card. Ace of Water. Got a lot of water here. The Star, the Hermit, Five of Fire. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. So we've got the Seven of Water. When I get the Seven of Water in a reading, and it kind of makes sense with all the different emotional levels and relationships I was reading in just the mini love reading here. I feel like some of you are just in a position, or your mate, or well, let me read that part first. Your mate is in a difficult situation. Now, this could be that they're committed into another relationship, or you are, and it's become a complex situation. Well, here, I guess the message here from Spirit is stop focusing on the complex problem, okay? And make a decision. Either you're going to remain in a halt or go into a halt, or you're going to move forward in this regardless of what the situation is, because the energy needs to move here. Okay. And I also feel like somebody needs to do a little bit more research on a relationship they're in, because I feel like your intuition is telling you that it's this way, and you're seeing, via your eyes or feelings, a different thing here. So I feel like you need to do a little bit more research. Maybe it'll explain about some of that turbulence energy that I was feeling about what's going on. Maybe you might be questioning somebody's honesty. This next card is the Page of Fire. Now this card's a great card because it's letting you know that there are exciting times ahead of you where you're implementing new things for yourself, okay? Whether they be relationships, work, business, money, health. But I feel like everything is just kind of coming together here. Or you're finally having that aha moment where you feel like it's coming together. And with the Nine of Earth here, this is the luxury card. So this card is telling me that you're going to spend some time here because with yourself, because here's the Hermit. But, spending time with ourselves, being in our sacred space is a good thing. It reconnects us. Okay? It clears out energy. It inspires us. We make that connection to higher source. We make that connection to our spirit. And so these two cards together are fantastic for moving. Now, the Nine of Earth is also a great card with the Page of Fire together. Anybody who wants to be self-employed or go into business for themselves, excellent timing. The end of January, I don't know. I think I gave you some dates, but I'm feeling for business, January 2nd. Also getting January 29th. High energy days. Doesn't necessarily mean you're going into business that day, but that's when things start to come together and the energy's there and you're hearing something beyond the ego blah that's happening in the brain. And this card, the renewal, this is something that I feel before you go into business, there are some things that you still need to research and you still need to evaluate. You need to look for the favorable facts is what I'm getting for, to move into that direction that you want to go. And you can use this message now for love, health, work, business, money. I'm leaving it open. That message is open. That's what I'm getting for all directions here. And with the Ace of Water and the Star, here it's, again, this is a card where you're finally out to do what you love. I'm getting some people here are going to actually go through some job changes. Now, some of you may have been let go from a job, but I feel like you're going to go right back into one. But I feel like you need to connect with something that you're really inspired by, that you really think that you'll enjoy, and not just connect to the money part of it. Although money's important, people get burnt out and bored really quick when it comes to something they don't love doing. It also is a new relationship, okay? And this new relationship, I know I read a lot of fire and there was some air there. This could be also with the water sign or a moon and rising in one of the water signs. And I feel like this relationship here, or just this movement with coworkers or family or just people in general, things are just coming together. It's moving in the right direction. You're on the right path. Stay optimistic about it, okay? Because if you stay optimistic about it, you draw in more optimistic energy. And I just feel like whatever's developing here is going to wind up becoming a long-term relationship, whether it be a mate, work, health, relationship with your health, family, Okay, even money. I get some feeling like some of you might be into investing. Okay, and I feel like that time is coming where it's going to get better. However, just to give you a generalized overlook of 2017, be careful. There's not just a change in president, but I think there has been a combustion ready to just blow, where it's going to make the economy a bit off balance. And we already see the gas prices rising. The Hermit, to me, I love this card too. Self-discovery. This is the connection to you. Okay. And the Five of Fire is, try not to let people get on your nerves. I'm just feeling like sometimes their friends, family, even your loved ones, you're tired. I just heard you're tired of playing nurse. For some of you, maybe you're just playing mom or dad too much, or you're playing nurse or doctor here. And that's taken all the spunk and everything out of the relationship, and you're falling into that codependent trap. Okay, so let's try to get out of that. Let's not fall. You can still love the person, but you can start breaking that monotony. Start breaking that cycle. Also, too, there's a book. I haven't completely read it yet. Sometimes it gives me anxiety because I have a good heart and I always want to say yes to everything and I overextend myself too much. There's a book called The Power of No. Not now. The Power of No. N-O. Excellent, excellent book. Okay. And also the Serenity Prayer, like from the 12-step addiction program or recovery program. I'm not saying that you're an addict, but that Serenity Prayer, for some reason, it's floating here. I can feel the energy on the table here. Some of you need to say it. Some of you really need to research it and feel it out. It's got a lot of power to it. Most beautiful prayer I have ever read, felt, and put into action. If you'd like a personal reading, www.transformationandempowerment.com. Please remember to check your moon and rising. Just want to say I love you, Libra. Blessings.